The Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries between 2021 and 2022 accelerated focus on building this country's export capacity. Take a journey with us as we highlight the experiences of entrepreneurs through the 3 phases of the Gateway to Trade Trinidad and Tobago Accelerator Export Readiness Program for SMEs.
The program came about at a very good time for us, that we can now have a guide to say about how to take that next step into that other market.
This was a different approach, and it was looking at partnering service providers with the government. And that was something I was really excited about. So once I found out about this kind of initiative, I wanted to be part of that.
Entrepreneurs in the service sector are poised to make a greater impact on the economy of Trinidad and Tobago through an Export Readiness Accelerator program spearheaded by the Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries. TTCSI President Mark Edgill shares statistics on the industry.
The services sector is the largest sector in Trinidad and Tobago's economy, contributing a combined total of 72% or 115 billion TT dollars to gross domestic product in fiscal year 2017, employing over 85% of the labor force. In 2018, the sector contributed an estimated 58% to GDP, followed by 53% in 2019. Despite our success at home, the services sector accounts for less than 8% of export earnings. Collectively, we need to work together to develop the services sector, which is definitely the future of this country.
In 2019, TTCSI members participated in an EU-funded export development initiative called Services Go Global. TTCSI CEO Vashti Gayadeen says the one-off program sparked the idea to find a training that would help build what one of her directors calls an exporter's mindset.
And then I came across Gateway to Trade, which is much more rigorous. You work with potential exporters over this period. You ensure that their export plan is refined. You also offer them one-on-one coaching, thereby ensuring that they develop that exporter's mindset. And a critical part of this program was that you actually connect these firms to markets. Another selling point and a unique characteristic of Gateway to Trade was that there was a train-the-trainer element. And TTCSI being a BSO, it means that we would now have the capacity to do this program, say, next 3 to 4 years on our own.
One of the main reasons why I went on to become a trainer was because of the lack of local trainers.
What I loved about the program was that it was applicable. It was practical. So what we learned, right, when we spoke to the participants, they were able to practice it as they went along in their business.
The program facilitators for the Gateway to Trade Trinidad and Tobago Accelerator Export Readiness Program for Small and Medium Enterprises are Theo Ward from Canada and Michelle Hustler from Barbados.
In Trinidad, we found an almost excitement about it when it was first offered. On the ground level, among the SME population, we found a very high level of sophistication among services exporters in terms of what they needed to succeed. So I think, when the application initially went out for Gateway to Trade, a lot of people sort of saw what was on offer and what the potential was, and really gravitated towards it right away. I mean, it was like, it was like throwing a dry sponge in a bucket of water. People really seem to need a program like this.
Coming in, there was a lot to learn, certainly for us, as we have not been in the sector for a very long time, in this particular area for a very long time. But just finding out that it's possible. I think the sense of hope that the program gave us, that the world is our oyster and we have the skills required to meet the market internationally, I think that was one of the first things that I would say was very beneficial for us.
The Gateway to Trade hosts invited 80 businesses in the fields of business and events tourism services, business and professional services, energy services, and Information and Communications Technology Services to participate in the three-phase program. Our journey continues in part 2 of the TTCSI's Gateway to Trade Trinidad and Tobago Accelerator Export Readiness Program for Services SMEs video, where we hear more about the activities, benefits, and impacts of G2T training. This is the first time emphasis has been placed solely on the services sector, which has the potential to transform the socio-economic landscape of Trinidad and Tobago. Join us for more.